What's up, guys? And this here Strong Family Money Show. Stick around. I'll give you 5 tips you can start implementing right away to improve your life and the life of your family. Stick around. So I started putting out a newsletter 5 days a week. I'll have the link in the description, and there's the address at the end of this video. But it's 5 tips, one quote, and what I write a little something about the quote. Um, podcasts, and Twitter posts and YouTube videos. So all the information that I put out consolidated under one newsletter because I have a lot of different channels. So what I did last week was I put out a podcast on a summary of like the 5 best points from that week's newsletter. So I thought I'd do it also in the video form this week and put it out there so you guys can see what the newsletter is all about, what kind of information's on it, and what I feel the best pieces of content are in the newsletter. So first, your biggest goal in life is to be confident in yourself. So this is from November 8th, and you can see all the archives on the site if you subscribe to the letter. And every month I do a monthly $50 gift card drawing for all subscribers. So check it out. It's worth your while, not only for the information I send to you, but you get entered in a contest as well. So your biggest goal is to be confident in yourself. When you're younger, I'm reading the post here. When you're younger, you spend a lot of time comparing yourself to other people, being envious of what they have. Once you've moved past that, you've truly grown up. So I just finished Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. He has a chapter on sexual energy, and the main takeaway from the book that I got, there's a lot of information, but there's always that one piece of information that you find to be very interesting. It's that he talks about men in this book. It was written a long time ago, so he writes it from his perspective. So he speaks about successful men. So he says most men become successful, money or business or whatever you consider to be successful, after the age of 40. He says, and an even higher percentage is like after the age of 50, because you've already done spouse and courting a partner and having kids, and so you have all this energy that you would have used to do that kind of stuff to put into other things. So you have all this focus and energy and time. So you have the ability now to start these other things that you wanna get going. So the sooner you're able to stop trying to compete with other people on what people see on the outside, and the sooner you can devote time to complete what is really important, you will not only be, you'll be in that group 40 and over. Even if you're not 40 yet, you'll be in that 40 and over group, and you'll be able to see the changes that you can make and the improvements you can make in your life because you have more focus and energy put into one thing. Next, don't obsess with not being like everyone else. This might cause you to miss exactly what you're supposed to be. Focus on improving yourself every day. Don't concern yourself with what others are doing. In the end, it doesn't matter what you are, and it only matters what you are. So it goes along with that same point. We spend a lot of time trying to please a lot of people, and being what we think they want us to be, or what we think they need. But really, we're just trying to get feedback from them to make us feel good about ourselves. And when you do that, you're wasting a lot of time really trying to figure out what you're really supposed to be. So if you stop wasting your time trying to be what you think others want you to be, and really focus on what you're supposed to be that makes you feel good about yourself, you'll complete that goal, obviously, but you'll just feel better in general because are exactly what you are supposed to be and not wasting your time trying to please a bunch of people. So next, make a list of all the things that are in your way to have a better life, whatever you consider that to be. Make the list as long as possible. Start solving them one at a time. You'll find out that they aren't as big a hurdle as you thought. Uh, Once things are on paper, they become a to-do list. So, we have, their excuses, right? We call them reasons, but why we can't do something, why something hasn't gotten started, why we haven't finished something. In a lot of times, there's a lot of discomfort involved, mental, physical, emotional discomfort. But once you start making an effort to get all those things out on paper, it becomes a to-do list, and you can focus on one thing at a time and start crossing them off the list. And you'll see that they aren't as big a hurdle as you thought they were. They just were not real, right? So once you write something down, you have it in front of you, it's real. And when it's in your head, it isn't. So make your life your big to-do list and start crossing things off the list. You can have the ability to do something and the motivation to do it, but if you don't have the right attitude, it'll be done wrong. Everyone compares, most fast food places to, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out. They both do the same thing. They're both fast food, but the attitude at In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A makes you feel a lot better when you're there. The experience is a lot better. So that's with everything that anybody does, right? You can go to work, right, and you can be motivated by your boss. You get in trouble with your boss or the paycheck you get, but if you don't do those things with the right attitude, they won't be done correctly. You won't have pride in what you're doing. So always approach everything you do with the right attitude, and it'll magnify your ability and your motivation. Regularly record big decisions you make. Keep them in a journal. Be very detailed. This way you can go back and know why you made these decisions if you need to. So you make a decision. Let's say you make a decision 2-3 years ago, and now you go over that decision again, and you're like, why did I make this decision? Right? I consider this now to be wrong. If you'd have written it down 2-3 years ago, whenever you made it, you would have seen what you were going through at that time, why you made that decision. Because we can only make decisions with what information we have at the time, right? We don't know what's going to happen in the future. And a lot of the times you just have to make a decision and you either live with the consequences or you live with the benefits that happen to it. So, but you know that you made a decision because at the time you had to make it that way. And the only way you're really going to know that is if you write it down. And that way you can either, if it was a mistake, you cannot make that mistake again. If it was something good, you can do it again or build on it. But not knowing what your frame of mind was when you made it in the first place, you'll be just reinventing the wheel and making it all up as if you were making it the first time. So those are the top 5 from last week, week 45 of 2021, almost to the end of the year. Thanksgiving's next week. This is the link to the newsletter sign up. I also have a link in the description. So it's a weekly summary of all the social media that I put out, all in one 5 days a week, one weekday newsletter. And sign up every month. I have a drawing from the subscribers, $50 gift card to someplace, Amazon, Target, Walmart, wherever. But yeah, sign up for the information. This is a bonus. My name is Andres. This is Strong Family Money Show. Please like and subscribe and share. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you guys next time.